all this game mode is freaking grenades
What's going on, everybody? This is Your Ass's Mind, bringing you a grenade fest of a momentum gameplay. So, holy nuke tube, Batman. This was ungodly. So enjoy me getting my ass literally kicked in the... Oh, man, it was bad. It was really bad, guys. Ooh. So momentum, it's almost a requirement to run freaking flak jacket. Holy shit. But that's not why I'm here. You guys know that. I am your 282nd best source for advice. If you guys didn't know, advice is the way to go. And I got some advice for you. So, what I'm really talking about here is how far does personality go on a girl? Now, this mainly goes out to you younger guys, because y'all still think that you're going to get a supermodel when you get older. Alright, now let me go ahead and just burst that bubble right now. Not everybody is going to get a supermodel when they get older. That's just the way life goes, okay? Not everybody is going to end up with the most beautiful girl in town. Now, that does not mean you won't end up with a beautiful girl. I ended up with a pretty good-looking woman. Don't know how. But, you know, she had something else going on. She's not the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean, I married her, so obviously I think she's good-looking. But, are there other women that are more beautiful? Of course there are, because I see them all the time walking down the street. But one thing my wife has over some of those others is her personality. Now, you're thinking, a personality? Well, it does go a long way. Now, you're looking at a girl inside at your school or walking down the street. You're like, first thing you see is, man, that's a good-looking woman. Okay. Physical attraction is a big part of finding a woman. But let's say you get with this girl, you start dating this girl. Turns out she's a complete douchebag. She's a bitch. She's not fun to hang around with. You're not going to subject yourself to hanging out with somebody who's no fun, right? Because that's not how it works. Now, that being said, you've never walked down the street and said, look at the personality on that girl. If you know what I'm saying. So, how far does it go? In my book, it goes a long ways. So what you want to find is somebody you can get along with. Somebody who can put up with you and you can put up with. Somebody who, when they're bitching and complaining, you're not going, I am going to strangle this bitch every second. That's not part of it. You want to find one where you're not wanting to strangle her necessarily. You're wanting to have a good time. You want somebody you can hang out with. Somebody who'll be your friend. Of course. Because if you're going to spend the rest of your life with them, like I am with my wife, then, by God, you better be able to put up with them. Now, I like to think of my wife as a good friend. She's fun. She's fun to hang out with. I have a good time with her. And that means more to me than just looks. But what does it mean to you? And I personally think you guys need to look into that a little more often. Stop always chasing the most beautiful woman in the world. Because that one's not always going to work out in your favor. She's going to go for the jock, or she's going to go for the idiot. You know, they always do. They always go for the worst possible guy. Now, you might be the best guy in the world, and that, you know, it goes both ways. You know, women are a lot worse about this than men. Men will take just about anything they can get. Girls, on the other hand, are a little more picky. You know, I've always told my friends, you know, I'd sleep with a pig if it had a vagina and didn't cry in the morning. Now, that's not mean to be offensive to a big woman. Hey, I like my women with a little bit of meat on their bones anyway. And you should too. And that's something you'll learn later on in life also. Skinny women, terrible in bed usually. Just personal experience there. And I'm not a big guy by any stretch of the imagination, so. Anyways, this is coming to a close. I hope this advice has helped you. Remember, don't always go for looks. Go for personality. Later, folks.